everyone, welcome to Creative Dream Studios. My name is Kelly. I am a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in South Central Missouri. And it is Junk Journal Friday, and if you are here for the premiere, we are right over there in the chat room. Come join us. I hope you'll remember to like this video and tell me what you think of the content. Since this is Junk Journal Friday, and I told you all last week we were going to do this pocket. Now, I have this widened out quite a bit because I want to try and get as much of the, whoops, wrong direction. Yeah, right direction. Get as much of this paper in here as I can because we're going to be working. We're actually going to work with a 12 by 12, I think. I didn't think about that at the time. Yep, we can work with a 12 by 12. We can work with a 12 by 12. The one I have here is a little bit smaller, as you can tell. And I didn't think to cut it down first when I did my sample, so we're going to work with a 12 by 12. But that's okay. Now, I got this pocket idea, I believe, from Angela Serendipity Arts, who is part of Maddie at Spectrum Art Creations. It's part of her group. And I love this because once you seal it up, you can do one of two things. You can seal all of these sides here and have a pocket here, a pocket here, and a pocket here. Or you can seal just these two down, leave this one open so you can flip it open and have all this writing real estate here, which is what we're going to do with this one. Now, I have all the measurements for you, and I will put them on my blog, or you can just slow the replay down and follow along. But we're going to start with, I'm going to walk you through this one first, then we're going to actually do one together, okay? So I started with a 12 by 12 piece of paper. I folded it in half one way, and then I folded it in half another way. Now you want to fold to where whatever you want on your outside is down. Lay your pattern down, fold up one way, then come back and fold the other way. And then you're going to take your scissors and you're going to cut up one of those folds just to that center cross mark. Okay? Now, you can label your corners if you want as I walk you through this because they're going to be hidden anyway. So I've made this down here in the bottom corner my A. My bottom left is B. And then I have C up here and D over here. Now my D looks more like a C, so let me fix that. Now I'm using an erasable pen, but that's okay because you're going to fold that down and it's going to be hidden anyway. Then we're going to start with, we don't do anything with A. We've cut up to our point, we don't do anything with that. B, you want to measure down about 3 1/4 inches down on this left side. Make a little tick mark. Place your thumb on that tick mark and just fold till it squares up, and then give yourself a really good severe crease with your bone folder, okay? Then you turn your paper a 1/4 turn, and you're going to do the same thing with the C corner, C being in your bottom left, and you're going to fold that and make your tick mark at the 4-inch mark, fold, and crease. Then you're going to turn one more 1/4 turn so that D is in your bottom right corner, and this one you're going to make your tick mark at 3 inches. And you're going to crease that down, okay? Then you're going to turn it completely around so your A is back in your front. Fold your corners down, leave them down, and if you want, you can glue them down. You can use a glue dot, you can use your adhesive, whatever you want to do to glue those down. And then you're going to fold this back up. Let me see if I got this right. Let me unfold one, that'll help. Unfold, down, out. Okay, that's what I was doing. Go with your crease to your left, your cut into your left. So A is in your bottom left corner, okay? Bottom left. This one's like this. Okay. Then you're going to take, B is up here in your top left. Fold your corner down and fold it over, okay? Then you're going to fold this one your bottom right corner, which was your D, you're going to fold it up. And then you're going to fold this one back on itself. So print to print, because this will be the side. Did I do that right? Yeah. Because that'll be the side that you glue down. Or you can treat that as the center of a signature. Sew this into your signature so you have this page, you have this page that you can write directly across, you have this to write on, and then you have your pockets. Okay? So let's do one together that we actually cut and fold together. I am using my patterned paper, my B, and I'm going to flip it over. Remember, I want my pattern on the outside, so I want the pattern down. Then I'm going to fold up. And you really want to use your bone folder or back of a scissors or something to give yourself a good sharp crease. Open it up. Turn it a quarter turn. Fold again. And crease again. Now, the only thing you want to pay attention to is if you have a directional pattern. One of the pieces of paper in this collection, let me grab it really quick, just happens to be on top. On top, can I get a hold of it? This actually has a definitive direction, so I'd have had to have paid attention to where my folds were at to make sure that my flowers stayed upright when I was done. I didn't want to go through all that, so I'm using the B paper. Now, it doesn't matter. The bees are going to fly all over, so it doesn't matter really the direction. Although, if you want to worry about the flowers, got that. So, we're going to open it back up. We're going to take our snips, and we're going to cut to that center line. And I probably should have my cheaters on with this. It is hard to see, and if you need to flip it over where you can see your crease better, you can do that. And this would be easier probably with a longer pair of scissors. But I'm going to stop right at that center point. Okay? Now we'll flip this back over. And that's all you need scissors for, is just that one clip. Okay, then I am going to go away and I'm going to mark my corners. So this is going to be A. This is going to be B. This is going to be C. And this is going to be D. Okay, now remember, we don't do anything with A. With B, we need to come down about 3 1/4 inches. And I'm just going to make a little tick mark. Just like that. Put my thumb there. And fold this down. Okay. And then give it a good crease. Just like that. Quarter turn, so that C is in your bottom left. You're going to mark down to about 4 inches. Give yourself a little tick mark, thumbnail, and fold. Okay, and I got that one a little off. There we go. And then you're going to crease that one good. Quarter turn, so that D is in your bottom left corner. And we're going to tick this one at 3 inches. Just like that. Put my thumb there and fold. And then I'm going to crease. Okay. Now I'm going to give it a quarter turn one more time. So our split is over here on our left. Puts A back in our bottom left. Okay. Now, I have to get my sample back out. What would I do without this sample? I'll tell you. Okay. So, we're going to fold B in. We're going to fold this one up. And this one can go this way if I wanted it to. So when I have the pockets, then I'd have this writing space here. If I was doing it as a center signature, that might be something that I would do. So I have my pockets. That one could have come down just a little bit more. I'm going to fold that down just a tad. So what did that give me? A fold at 3 1/2 for B. I said 3 1/4. Let's make that 3 1/2. It may have been my mistake there. So we're going to make that 3 1/2. So then that, there we go. That looks a little better. So I have pockets here. I have a pocket here. And I have this open. Now I can do this one of two ways. I can make this as a signature. So I have writing space here and the pockets. Or I can fold it back and glue it into itself and open it this way and then decorate the inside. Once you get the fold down, it's however you want to place it. This can either go under or it can go on top so that it flips open. Follow that? Okay. So open it back up and do this one more time. With A at your bottom corner, fold up, and then with B, you're going to go down to, we've changed that down to 3 1/2, turn a quarter turn, go down to 4 inches, crease, quarter turn, 3 inches, quarter turn, so your split is on your left, fold the top over, the bottom up, and then you have either your pockets this way to flip open in a writing space or turn it backwards, and you can either leave it like this or you can glue all your edges down and leave it as 4 pockets. 3 pockets. Okay? So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to use tear and tape. And I think what I'm going to do first is I'm going to go ahead. I guess I don't have any Tombow over here, so I'm going to use my Stampin' Seal. And I'm just going to do this so that my corners stay down. Just like that. Stampin' Seal. Whoops. Sometimes it needs a little encouragement. And you don't need a lot. You just want to hold that down. So then we're going to fold up. No, we're going to fold over, then up. And I'm going to turn this sideways so I can see that where I want to put my tear and tape. I need to put some right here. So that will fold over and seal there. Okay. And then I want this one to come up, so I'm going to put the tear and tape here. Let's see, make sure where I want to put this. Yeah, I want to put the tear and tape on this side. And I could have gone a little bit wider. Let's add a little bit extra there. Okay, and then peel that off. Whoops. I can't get a hold of it. Fiddlesticks! That's what the take your pick tool is good for. And we'll get a hold of this one and get it out of the way. Just like that. And I have a little spot there. I got a little extra tear and tape on there. We'll get it rubbed off of the out of the way. Okay, so now I have both of those anchored. They're not going anywhere except the top. Probably should have gone there first. So let's go ahead, and we need a piece about that big. And this is where glue would come in handy too. But I want to go in there to that corner, and I'm trying to keep my head out of the way. I have found that if I stand up, I don't get my head in the way, and I can also keep an eye to make sure I'm staying in frame. That helps. Okay. And then I need a piece that'll go on that side. And I think this one will do it. See, and I could have gone a little deeper on that one too. So I'll get just a little bitty piece in there. Doesn't need to be exact. Use that pick tool and get that out of there. Okay, and then we can zip that down. Now, we are secure. We have good pockets that aren't going anywhere. We have this, and we also, you could tuck something into here. If you put this on your signature, if you make this as part of your signature and stitch it in, you have 3 pockets. You also have a tuck pocket here, and then your writing space. Or if you choose to just stick it down to your page like this, you could leave that side open and pull a tag out this way, plus have 2 pockets and your flip, or glue this one down and have 4 pockets, and then your tuck over here on the edge. It's however you want to play with it. Since I don't know exactly how this journal is going together yet, I am not going to glue it down anywhere, but I am going to take a few minutes and give it some embellishment. For a few more days, you can order this Bumblebee ribbon. Such a pretty checked ribbon. And then we also carry this frayed ribbon, which is really pretty with this, and I really think I like that. I really think I do. And I can put that back up there. Now, I could go this way, and I think that's where I'm going to go with that. I think I am. Because I'm pretty sure mine's going to become a signature. So, I really like that. And because it's probably going to become a signature, I'm not going to go all the way to the edge. I'm going to go kind of in the, just in about 1/4 inch. And I'm just going to run my Stampin' Seal. This is really heavy duty. It's good for holding ribbon in place. Just want to get a little bit up there at the end of that. And the neat thing about this fray ribbon is you can take and you can pull it apart. And you can fray it off the ends. So you get some added texture. You can dye this. You can color it with your alcohol inks. I'm just going to sit it right on there. And then I think I'm going to run a piece of this Bumblebee over top. And this might be a little too wide, so I'm going to run a piece of, I would use tacky or Fabri-Tac if we used it in Stampin' Up, but we don't use it in Stampin' Up, so I'm going to use my Tear and Tape. But I'm going to make sure that I burnish that into that ribbon really, really well. I could have also used the liquid Tombow. That also would have been an option. And then I'm going to try my level best to run this right over top of that Tear and Tape. And then I'm going to come back and trim my edge just like that and like that. Of course, I took the fray off of there, didn't I? That's okay. And I've gone back and I have cut more of my bees. And I'm going to do just like we did last week. Except I think I'm going to use the Tear and Tape on the back of them. They're a little bit stronger. So I'm going to use a strip of the Tear and Tape. Like that. And I want to come back with a mini dimensional. Do I? No. I don't want to. I'm going to use a little strip of the Tear and Tape. And in case some of him shows underneath, whoops, that's not what I want. There it is. I was looking for my Wink Estella. I'm going to get the wings. I don't want to do his body because I'm going to glue on top of him. So I just want to do the wings on the one underneath. And then I can plant him on top. Do his wings. Do his little body, and then I can bend him up just like that, and that gives him movement. Okay, and then we've got that piece of Tear and Tape on the back. I'll just pluck that off. And I have several of these bees cut out and ready to go, so I may go back and add 2 or 3 of them up through here. But I want to make sure that this will upload in time in the morning. So, I don't know, let's see if we can do those really quick. We need 2 sets of 2. Do our wings on the bottom here. And let those start to dry while we do our tear and tape on the back. Okay. I need a little spot here. Do everything in sets of 3. And I don't like that sticking off the back like that. I'm going to trim that off. Just a hair. There we go. Then I can come back. Bend him up a little bit. Helps if you crease him a little bit before you put him on. Just like that. Okay. And then we need a couple pieces of the tear and tape on the back of the bottom bee. Just like that. See, this didn't take but a minute to put these together. Oops, and I did it again. I got that one a little bit bigger than the rest of them. Clip him off. Send him on his way. And then we'll plant him here. And we will do his wings, and after his wings and body dry, then I will pull his wings up. Same way with this guy here. Just like that. And then I'm going to do one more thing. Apparently my bottle of glue, oh, here it is. I'm going to put a dot right here, just a little dot of the Tombow, because I think it needs a little bit more color. And I'm going to use our matte black dots. These are in the catalog and they will be in the main catalog. There we go. Got to figure out which way it opens. And take your pick tool, and I'm going to use the bigger ones. And I realize they're adhesive backed, but I want to make sure that they're not going anywhere. So that's why I decided to put them on that Tombow glue. Okay, just like that. And I'm not going to move that for a little bit. I want to make sure that Tombow dries. And that is our triple fold journaling spot with a fancy fold. 2 pockets, a hidden pocket if you choose to glue it down, and your full page back. And that's it for me this week. I will be back here tomorrow with a scrapbook layout, and I think I'm going to do a single photo page layout this time. We'll see. I haven't picked my photo yet. I will be doing that in the morning. I'm recording this on Thursday night, so I will be doing that in the morning after our video. So I will see you back here tomorrow for Scrapbook Saturday. In the meantime, remember to like, share, and subscribe, and you have until Sunday. If you're interested in my product share before the catalog releases, the link for that is down in the description. The link for that video information is in the description box below. Thanks for joining me in the studio tonight. Creative blessings.